We are just moments away from tip between Peru State and Oklahoma Wesleyan. The Eagles are the number 2 seed here in the Kramer Quadrant, playing here at Wichita for not the first time. Peru State, the number 15 seed, but a hot team in the second half of the season. And through a long losing streak in December, did not win a single game in that month. Came out and lost their first game in January and hardly lost after that down the stretch of the season. Oklahoma Wesleyan, meanwhile, has lost just twice all season long. One of the best teams in the NAIA on display for sure. Peru State's got a tough task. We'll see if the Bobcats are up for the challenge. The battle for the red banner begins right now. Oklahoma Wesleyan wearing the golds. They will attack from left to right. Peru State in the all blacks with blue numbers. Derek Talton Jr., veteran point guard for the Oklahoma Wesleyan, one of the best in the business. Down low for Jaden Litsky, one of the best at his position in the country. Three-pointer for Dylan Phillip, and Oklahoma Wesleyan starts off with a deep ball. That is not their game this year. In the past, Oklahoma Wesleyan have been a higher-flying offense, team that likes to race up and down the floor, put up 85, 90 points. Not the case this year. They are very much a rebounding, ball control team. They do not score a lot of threes, so much for that. A takeaway on the first possession. Caleb Stokes rejected underneath by David Winget Jr. Caleb Stokes thought about a very deep three. Instead, he'll drive on his opposite number 10. And they'll set up a three for Dylan Phillip, who knocks down his second of the game. Oklahoma Wesleyan shoots just 30%, almost exactly, from three-point range this season, and they are 2 of 2 to start off action tonight. Go figure. Trailer around Litsky, flings it up, no good. Offensive rebound by Christian Tedian, loses the ball but is able to dig it back out. This way for Carlos Hines, relatively new member of this Peru State squad, but a big addition. And Hines answers back with a three of his own. Hines just 23% from downtown this season. Just his 20th make on the campaign. And go figure, these two teams that make a lot of hay in the post, 3 made threes combined to start things off today. Pote drives, high off glass, no good. Bobcats now 1 of 7 to start things off. Oklahoma Wesleyan 3 of 4 from deep. All the way it goes. Jaden Litsky left open underneath. Oklahoma Wesleyan pulled that move off at least 3 times in the KCAC tournament title game last week against Kansas Wesleyan. And if Peru State was ready for it, they fell asleep at the wheel. Perfectly executed. Turnover, taken away at half court by Talton. He's got Woods with him. He will take it himself and finish. DJ Talton, the steal and the deal. One of the best do-it-all point guards in the NAIA, cooking early. And Oklahoma Wesleyan up by 12. Caleb Stokes secures the rebound for Oklahoma Wesleyan, his 3rd. Miller lofts it up, looking for Litsky. Knocked away from behind. Great defense by Ajante Hogan. Peru State quickly the other way. Layup good by Carlos Hines. That's a page out of the Oklahoma Wesleyan book. Defense to offense for Peru State, and just like that, it's a 6-point game. And a look at Carlos Hines, first to sit on the bench, deserves a break after spearheading that rush. A takeaway, Ty Griggs lofted it up, and a couple of steps later, Carlos Hines with the finish. 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists to start things off for Hines. Talton made that pull-up jumper. That made it 17-3 at the 13:36 mark. So since the last 2 minutes, Peru State has scored the last 8 points. This, however, we mentioned that three-pointers, not really this team's game. Free throws, also not really this team's game, and that has been commonplace for this program for a long time. Oklahoma Wesleyan is known for it, and something that Donnie Boswick kind of acknowledges every year. Yeah, we're not very good at free throws, but it doesn't seem to matter. And they are 29-2 this year, number 4 team in the latest NAIA coaches poll, and they are one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the NAIA, and that's not an exaggeration. As a team, they shoot 59% from the foul line, 59%. This year, there are 226 schools with countable stats in NAIA men's basketball this season. 226, and that record, that mark for Oklahoma Wesleyan puts them at 225th out of 226. And of course, as we're talking about this, Jaden Litsky makes both of his free throws, and Oklahoma 3 of 3 from the line to start. But put another way, there was only one team in the country this year that was worse from the foul line than Oklahoma Wesleyan this year, and that was a team that finished way south of 500. Again, Oklahoma Wesleyan has lost only twice, so I guess free throw shooting isn't that important. Hines up top, Hogan this way for a three by Traylor, and Savon Traylor finally opens his account tonight with a deep three. Peru State's been good from beyond the arc in this game. Amari Woods trying to answer. Too strong, rebounded by Winget. 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Hogan sends Woods flying. It's a blocking foul against Woods. He's still got his mouth agape and eyes wide open. That was his reaction. As soon as his back hit the ground, he couldn't believe that that foul was on him. And his feet are still moving. Outside of the restricted area as well.
Hogan at the line shooting and one.
Hogan's shot was good to make matters worse for Oklahoma Wesleyan. And Hogan completes the and one. Peru State trailed by as many as 14. They are back within 2 with 3:10 to go. Jaden Litsky. Quiet day so far by his lofty standards. Hook pass for Stokes, stripped away by Hines and Pote. Here come the Bobcats. They could tie it here or take the lead. Winget looking for the lead. No, he thought he had it. I did too. Instead, Talton the other way. 3-on-1. Talton for Wilson. Reverse layup, good. Great finish by Jaden Wilson. And another helper for Talton, give him 5 on the night. Just like that, Oak blew up by 4. They very easily could have been down by 1. 10 points, 7 rebounds for Stokes, the average on the season. Gets the second free throw to go. 8.6 rebounds for him tonight. 11-point lead, the largest it's been in a long time. Talton strips Winget. All the way he goes. Another steal and deal for DJ Talton. The nation's leader in steals tacks on another one, and he finishes with aplomb. 18 points, tying the game high for Derek Talton Jr. And Oklahoma Wesleyan up by 13. They are really, really good, as evidenced by their record and their overall standing nationally. Talton a miss in tight. Wilson, one of the top guys off the bench with the follow, with the float, no good. And Hines secures the board for Peru State. The other way, it's Hogan. Spins around, reverse layup. 3 Eagles were there defensively. I'm not sure that was a great take, even for a very informed shooter. Stokes, through the contact, he will finish. Caleb Stokes showing that he can do even what Hogan couldn't on the other side. Oak blew up by 11. 10 points tonight for Caleb Stokes. Skylar Wilson, his first action here in the second half. Hogan still tied among the game lead with 18 points. Leaves for a 3 by Griggs. Back iron no good. Wilson with the board for Oklahoma Wesleyan, his 7th. All the way up it goes, and it ends with a dunk by Jaden Litsky. Not for the first time, and surely not the last. Another slam by the all-everything forward Litsky. Wilson nearly coughed it up. Instead, he finds Hines for 3. Big answer 3 by Carlos Hines. His second make from deep. He's got 10 points. Second on the team. Big shot for Peru State. They're within 10. Stokes all the way in with the finish. Caleb Stokes. And he is not as much of a centerpiece as he has been on this team in the past, but still has the ability to get it done. He is a really, really good player. Has been for years for this team. Briggs in no man's land. Almost threw it into the hands of Talton. Wilson somehow was able to grab it. Traylor will fire a 3. Back iron, no. 12 points, 7 rebounds for Caleb Stokes. Leads the team in the ladder department. Taylon Miller into the corner. Phillip again from 3. Why not? 5 made threes for Dylan Phillip. He's got 17 points, and Oklahoma Wesleyan has its largest lead of the night. 15 with under 11 left. Coughed up. Phillip has it in his clutches. 2-on-0. Caleb Stokes with the rim rattler. A steal by Phillip. A setup by Talton. And a finish by Stokes. all Oklahoma Wesleyan right now. This is exactly what they want, and this is what they look like when they're at their best. Oklahoma Wesleyan was calling for the end of the shot clock. Griggs did not bite. 5 to shoot now. Lee will fire a deep three, and he swirls it all the way around and in. Nice shot for freshman Luke Lee. 9 of 22 from 3 this season, better than 40%. And he's got a bucket here in the NAIA tournament. Giveaway by Micaiah Wade. Right back into Lee's hands. Peru State trying to make this a little bit prettier. Winget from 3, front rim. And 2 Eagles were there. It will be Micaiah Wade to secure it for Oklahoma Wesleyan. One more win for Oklahoma is what they need for another return trip to Kansas City. But tonight, it's job done. A wire-to-wire win for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Peru State had one chance to take the lead with their best player, David Winget, shooting a 3. He missed the shot, and the Bobcats did not have another chance. Oklahoma Wesleyan dominated down the stretch of the first half, and they led by double digits for the entire second half. Job 1 is done for Oklahoma Wesleyan. They're into the second round once again. The number 2 seed in the Kramer Quadrant moves on into round 2. Your final score, Oklahoma Wesleyan 83, Peru State 65.